We are back. Is this recording? Yep, we're recording. All right, we are back. Episode 138, Yinzertainment podcast. Special guest in the house, longtime friend Stu, also known as AKA NIT Stu. What's up, Stu?
Hey guys, how you doing?
I know, man, hanging in there.
Chill.
A lot better now that you're here, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I just seeing you in that bucket hat makes me wish I threw on my bucket hat.
You got to be ready for rain, always.
Right, storm chasers.
2 seconds into the podcast, and we just found our title. You always got to be ready for rain.
We could wrap it up then, right?
Yeah, and this was fun. We'll be back next week, episode 139. Always got to be ready for rain. You're goddamn right. Michael and Alex are here too, obviously, as you can see, but nobody gives a fuck about them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, we're really close to sports being back. Stu, I know you, for one, are probably super excited.
I am. I'm very excited.
Big basketball guy yourself. Was that English? Big basketball guy. I've been watching so much British TV that I've fucking just subliminally using their accent.
Just watching BBC.
Stu, you're a big NIT basketball fan. You're at on Twitter and social media, right? Is at NIT Stu?
Yeah, at NIT_Stu on the Twitter. Instagram's just at the Barking Crow. But I think I might be the biggest NIT fan. It's possible that there are some others out there, but having been to the last two NIT Final Fours, I didn't see them. I think I'm number one right now.
So big Robert Morris fan?
Yeah, I mean, when they shocked the world, was that 2013 when they beat Kentucky? That was, yeah. I mean, it was history. It was history in the making right there. That was electric. That was one of the great moments of the NIT.
Stu, we've known you a long time here, like 10 years at this point. What got you into NIT basketball? I followed you on Twitter for years, and I've always seen you post about it. You've always been a huge fan of it, and I've just never even bothered to ask, like, why the NIT?
And why not any other sport?
Those are very good questions.
Oh,
it started. It was 2017. I had just started an office job, and I thought it would be a funny joke to run an NIT blog, and I got hooked. The NIT happened a little faster than I expected, so in the second week, the other four brackets and my own were all pretty shot, and I was like, oh, there's this game on that I didn't realize might be deciding the bracket. UCF was playing Illinois State, and it was a mess. It was just a really ugly basketball game. Taco Fall was involved, but he was still kind of figuring out how to play basketball at a Division I level. Illinois State's coach had been tweeting out Bitmojis the week before, daring Power 5 and Big East schools to play them. I don't know if this actually happened. I got the impression at some point in the game that the clock in Normal or Bloomington, whichever city the court's in, had broken, and that the PA announcer was just calling out the time every 30 seconds. But I've looked for stories about that online, and I haven't found anything actually saying that. So I think I might have just misunderstood something because I was a little buzzed. And then there were 2 fouls away from the hoop in the last 10 seconds of a 1-score game. So it was awesome. Got hooked there. There was some other great stuff that NIT. Indiana refused to have a home game because their athletic director was worried there'd be an anti-Tom Crean demonstration trying to get him fired. I'm trying to remember. There was some other. Jamie Dixon was coming off of having some non-NIT success at Pitt. He ended up winning the NIT that year, but it was funny watching that, just being like, this guy's got to be so disappointed to be here right now. And it was a blast. And then the joke just kept escalating, and now I blog about the NIT like full time in the winter. I broke my brain.
I love it how you're like, yeah, it started off as a joke, dude. But then, I mean, so sometimes that's how shit goes. Our fucking podcast not necessarily started like as a joke, but we were like, fuck it, whatever. Now here we are 138 episodes later fucking talking to you.
Yeah, now you've finally gotten to the NIT. It's like after 137 episodes, you've crossed so many things off the list. You got to go to the NIT now.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Oh man, the NIT.
You have
So
a favorite
you,
team?
what'd you say?
Do you have a favorite team?
Oh, I mean, it really it depends on the year. Some teams, in a particular year will really catch your heart. Right now, being in Austin, Shaka Smart was nice to me one time, and so very, very loyal to the Longhorns. But St. John's is still the GOAT. Most NIT titles. Still some respect for what Dave Odom built down at South Carolina earlier in the aughts with the back-to-back titles, something only South Carolina and St. John's have done. And yeah, I mean, just really always in there for the team that doesn't know if they're supposed to take it seriously or not. And then after winning one game is like, well, since we've come this far, we better start trying now. Those
like
are the ones you love. Yeah, exactly. They stumble into it and they get hooked.
I love it.
It's
And-
go ahead.
Todd.
No, you go ahead, dude.
I was gonna say, and why basketball and not football or baseball or field hockey?
Right. I mean, my sister-in-law was a college field hockey player, so there has been some family pressure to get into the field hockey game, but they don't have an NIT. And it's hard to find an NIT equivalent, I mean, the Sun Bowl is close, but it's not exact. And the Europa League is actually very close. I'm learning that I might love the Europa League. I didn't really know what it was until this week or last week, but as I'm learning, I'm pretty fired up for that.
Wait, so what teams stand out for the Europa League for you?
Oh, well, last summer I thought for content it would be a good idea to pick the most irrelevant Premier League team I could find and decide to be a fan of them. And that became Burnley. Burnley. Yeah. So I was like, I've never heard of these guys. They're off in the corner of England. They seem to be very, very irrelevant. And I'm trying to think what else I included in there. Oh, I didn't want their ownership to be possible war criminals. So if they had like these shady ownership groups, I was like, I can't get behind that. Burnley, I want to say it was British owned. It might not have been, or maybe it's British owned and there were war criminals, but I tried. Yeah, I don't want to cheer for war criminals. I'm not cheering for oligarchs.
Why would you?
Why would I? So that's how I learned about the Europa League, was through Burnley's quest to make it this year.
Dude,
we'll see.
Europa League, I think, is very slept on. A lot of great teams can't make a Champions League. You go to Europa League, but it's dope. You should check out. I think it's called like Sunderland FC. It's on Netflix. Dude, it actually shows you like real life. Like, I don't want to give away too much because like the story behind it's like really cool.
No spoilers.
And I just say just check it out. Like, you're gonna get hooked. Like, I'm Arsenal through and through. But dude, I watched that and I was like, yo, I'm kind of like low key a fan of Sunderland now. Like, that's like such a dope like atmosphere, great fans and stuff, and like incredible story.
Nice. Yeah, I was on the Europa League's Wikipedia page this weekend trying to figure out how it works, and it's the most complex thing I've ever read. It's like teams are getting in this through so many different ways. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure that if you just showed up and were like, no, I'm in the tournament, they would have to let you in unless they had a lawyer present to parse through it all. So I loved that piece of it too.
Yeah, because in England, I think it's like teams that finish like 5th through 8th or 10th like go into it, and then
there's something with if you win the FA Cup and all these other the cups thing with soccer that blows my mind.
There's so many cups. There's like community shields. Like there's a thing right now where Manchester United and I think Manchester City might not be able to play the FA Cup because of European Champions League conflict. So I think Arsenal is automatically going to get thrown in there just by default. Which
that hurts Burnley's chances. Damn it!
I know. And when I go, holy shit! I was like, Arsenal have nothing to do with this. They're already out, and like they just get thrown into this. Like, hey, we still need somebody to go in there. Like, why not you?
The second I start to care, I find out that the Manchesters are ruining everything by not playing in a cup that I heard about for the first time on Monday.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Well, like Manchester City yesterday got handed a $10 million fine, which was like the least of their worries because it could have been 30 million plus they don't get to play in Champions League next year because of fraudulent like receipts and like tax they showed
that's
money
fun.
that they didn't earn. Yeah, but like the $10 million, the owner, because they're oil rich, Eddie had like they were saying that like the fine was given at 9:30 and the guy makes so much money that it would have only took him until 11 o'clock that morning, an hour and a half, to pay off that fine with how much he makes a minute.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
As an Uber Eats driver, I can say that I feel similarly.
Uber Eats. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is. So you mentioned you blog quite a bit about the NIT. Your website, we got to plug it quick. thebarkingcrow.com.
Barkingcrow.com, please and thank you. Yeah, it's mostly nonsense. The NIT, Joe Kelley, reliever for the Dodgers, big Joe Kelley fan as baseball approaches here. A few other interest areas, but it's number one, the NIT, number two, Joe Kelley.
I was gonna ask, I didn't know who Joe Kelley was until right now when you just said it.
He's very handsome. It was so after the first NIT that I really blogged about, I was kind of in that what do I do now mode, and got back from New York, didn't know what to write about because you can only do so much off-season NIT content. I mean, you can only do so much off-season content if anything, but especially the NIT.
Right.
And a couple weeks later, Joe Kelley started this big fight with the Yankees, and after the fact, when he was asked if he had thrown at Tyler Austin, he said, well, I'm not Greg Maddux. So that was enough for me. He looked like Wild Thing. He had the Greg Maddux joke, which killed me. I started looking up more stuff about him, and he was a character. And again, it just kind of escalated. I got hooked. It escalated. Last year, I flew to LA for Joe Kelley bobblehead night.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was great.
Fucking amazing.
I do have a cousin in LA, so it was a little bit more.
So it worked out.
He told me about Joe Kelley bobblehead night, or else I probably would have missed it.
Right.
Man,
I don't hear you say that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edit that part out. Actually, can you edit in that I walked to LA for Joe Kelley bobblehead night to raise Joe Kelley awareness?
And you let your cousin know?
Yeah. I told my cousin. I time traveled, made my cousin move to LA from South Dakota, and there we were.
What a change of scenery.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, for real.
So on your website here, this is interesting. You've got a bracket style tournament going on for commercials, best commercials.
Oh yeah. So last summer, again, not having anything to blog about, I ranked all the license plates, and when the quarantine and everything hit in March, I decided to do a bracket of license plates on Instagram, Twitter, have a little Google form so my parents could vote in it if they happened to be on the website that day. And after Wyoming's thrilling license plate championship, decided to keep the brackets going until we got college sports again, not really realizing how long that was going to be. So we're on to commercials now. That's where we've gotten to, is brackets of commercials, and I don't know yet what's coming next week.
So let me ask you, how do you go about choosing a winner when it goes like it's a head-to-head battle? Like what?
Yeah.
What? How do you do it? Like what's your criteria?
Right. So everybody can vote, but personally, as I cast my own votes, it's really, I kind of just tap into this NIT fan part of me, and I say, what does the heart want? So Got Milk hits a soft spot with my milk love, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and My Bologna Has a First Name commercial. I love that one. Pretty much anything by Geico, I adore. So
do you have the Budweiser one on there where everybody goes, "What's up?"
Oh, that actually, I let people nominate it so that I didn't have to find all the YouTube links, and that one did not get nominated, but the Budweiser Frogs did. I think it lost in the first round, but the Frogs were on there. Because
the What's Up one, it's like such an old commercial, but they like rebrought it back for the quarantine.
I didn't know that. I don't.
Well, because I never understood what the like "What's Up" thing was until like literally like 3 months ago when I was just like, yo, what is that like joke from? I was in a group text with some friends. And
Scary
like,
movie, yo.
And they did it in like the commercial. Well, that's what I thought it was, but they were like, no, it's from this commercial. That's what we're referring to. And I was like, oh. And then literally I saw they remade it, and then someone was like, what's up? Like, nothing, quarantine, chilling at home. And I was like, what? Like, it like blew my mind.
Unreal. I had no idea.
I thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I haven't watched TV since the NIT got canceled, so I had no idea they had brought it back. And that actually might be true. I mean, I've watched like a little Netflix and everything, but I don't remember the last time I watched live TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You know what? I don't watch live TV much these days either.
Yeah, I canceled my my Sling subscription, so
Yeah.
that's what they get. If they don't give me the NIT, they don't get my money.
fair.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
So a lot of these commercials I recognize, but there's some where I'm like, fucking, I've never heard of these ever. But
Well, let's talk through it.
we got to point out that the Coca-Cola "Thanks Mean Joe Green" commercial.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, it got its own
Classic,
region.
bro.
It's a classic.
That's yeah. It should win its division. I don't know who it's in there with, but it should win its division.
It won 2 in a row, and it's still going. That one's
Who's it up against right now? I forget. And it was 45
messing with
minutes ago.
Sasquatch Whoopee Cushion.
Oh yeah, that's the one where
Yeah.
Sasquatch farts on the fire. So
Dude.
it's a tough showdown there.
That Mean Joe's that's gonna be the only battle Mean Joe's ever lost.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
tough
It's gonna
one.
come from the goddamn
Dude, how did you think of
Sasquatch.
all of these?
I did get a lot of nominations.
Okay, so you
a
let
lot of
people-
help by the
okay.
voters. Yeah, yeah, and then it's kind of nice too because whenever people say, "Well, why didn't you put this one in?" I can just say, "Well, you didn't nominate it." And
You're like a relief pitcher. You just blame your runs on other people.
exactly inherited runners.
Wake Up with the King, Burger King, good one.
Great
Yeah.
one. Great one.
McConaughey, Back to Move Forward. Anything with McConaughey is obviously.
So that commercial, I didn't realize it was filmed in Austin, which makes sense because he kind of is Austin. But
Well,
I
he's a
was
professor.
watching it again and was like, "Oh, I recognize all those things now that I live here."
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Plus, he's a professor at UT.
Yeah, he's
Isn't
the
that
minister of
weird?
culture.
Yeah.
What is that? That's a made up thing.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, hey, Ty, you shut your mouth. Because if Bun B can be a professor of hip hop, Matthew McConaughey can be whatever the fuck he wants too.
Well, I mean, Bun B is in the hip hop industry.
Yeah, I mean,
And Matthew McConaughey is in the culture industry. So
that's a good goddamn point, Stu.
That is a valid point. I was just stuck on the word minister.
oh, that too.
Yeah.
It's wild how much people love him here. I didn't really anticipate that. But yeah, everywhere. I mean,
He's Texas' mascot.
he is.
Literally.
Dude,
He's the
like,
dude.
Like people probably associate Wild Turkey with him now.
Yeah, for real. They got it on billboards down here.
It
You
is-
ever seen a wild turkey?
Yeah, those things are kind of creepy.
I've only seen it one time in Iowa, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh yeah, I was
What
golfing
was
one time
that?
when I lived in Minnesota, and there were 4 wild turkeys, and I was terrified.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What part of Minnesota?
I lived in Minneapolis for a couple of years when the whole NIT thing started. I lived
Huh.
across the street from a Pizza Hut that was a sports bar, and it was
What?
too much to turn
Wait,
down.
does they have a
Watching
buffet in
NIT
there?
games.
Was it a pizza
What do you
buffet?
mean?
No, but they had
What do you mean
karaoke.
The Hut Sports Bar.
It was a Pizza Hut that had decided to be a sports bar. It was
That-
on the land that a former dry cleaner had occupied too, I was told. So there
Why
might
are
have been
there
some dry
not-
cleaning ghosts.
I mean, I'm not a big Pizza Hut guy, but I would be if they were a bar. So why are there not more of those?
Yo,
Yeah.
me either.
I asked the same question. There was
I'm
a
gonna have to-
Domino's next door. So I lived in the pizza
that
district,
didn't have a bar.
and it did not have a bar.
And
bet you there's
Domino's is way better, but you still went to Pizza Hut because of
Right.
the
I
bar.
went to
But
yeah.
if I could drink and have pizza, I'm going. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to Pizza Hut corporate and convince them
Yo,
that they need to
We
do
should
that.
try to franchise one of those in
I was
Austin.
like, or what if we
Oh,
just
this would
took
be
Domino's
huge.
and did that?
Yeah, what if we told Domino's to do that? Because Domino's is way better.
Yeah.
They'd
It's
say,
Domino's and
"Eat
Sundays.
shit. We're working on our delivery cars that have ovens in them."
Oh, I forgot about that one too. Man, there's just so much innovation in the pizza industry.
Dude, Domino's is like a $400 stock. Makes no
I
sense.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Okay,
Steinberg's-
back with these commercials.
Yeah, let's
Loney
talk
has the
commercials.
first name. There you go. You mentioned that.
Mhm.
Becoming Your Parents, the Progressive commercial. That's new. That's recent. And
It's recent. Dr. Rick got the call.
my girlfriend's favorite fucking commercial out right now. She's obsessed with that commercial.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Love it.
Well, the nice thing about that is that if she ever tries to get too many throw pillows, you can just quote Dr. Rick.
Yes. We already have too many pillows. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about it. $5 footlong, obviously a fucking classic.
Banger.
But
Dude,
after what's his name? Because like, you know.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was going to put the Clay
Pedophilia.
Henry one in there from Subway because I was like, oh, Clay Henry's clean. And in that song, it says he's a big Jared fan. And there's a video of him holding a picture of Jared. So
Yeah, I can't do that.
yeah, I had a buddy who sat next to Jared once at a soccer game when he was a kid. He said nothing happened, but
do you believe him?
Yeah, you believe me?
I mean, yeah, I felt kind of bad for my buddy. I was like,
You know what?
I think you're pretty.
Get free
Yeah,
subs.
you know what? Maybe he undressed him with his eyes.
That is possible. That is possible.
The Sports Center elevator, ESPN.
Oh, that's a great one with the
Yo,
devil.
the Devils one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot what's his name, the Sports Center guy.
I don't know that guy's name. I see him. I tried to remember it.
I posted that video on Twitter or Instagram. He liked it.
Oh, you're famous, man.
Was it
It was
Byron
the
Scott?
Jersey Devils. Going up,
Yeah.
and he gets
So
out
good.
really quick.
Yeah. He
Dude,
Dude, that's
realizes
just
it.
hilarious. I love
The
that
timing
commercial.
is perfect. It's great. It's
Dude,
great.
That one and when Steve Irwin's wrestling the alligator and the fucking when he gets out of the elevator.
Oh, that one's good.
The office there.
Oh,
I like the Oregon Duck one where he's looking out the window at
Yeah.
all of the other ducks that are swimming around and he's got to work.
This
Yeah.
is Sports Center commercials are great.
They're so
I
good. Best
I
thing
like
about ESPN.
I like the Antonio Brown one where he's a receptionist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Dude, yep. That shit's great. Too bad that AB is a fucking wiener now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before he went crazy.
We got the JG Wentworth Need Cash Now. And once you start singing that, there you go. Once you start singing the JG Wentworth jingle,
You don't stop.
yeah, it's just, you can't stop.
877 cash now.
Oh, this is the
Wentworth 877 Cash Now.
Oh, this one was the opera. I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. And
I love
just
it.
escalate again. Everything escalates.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a classic. Real Men of Genius, the Bud Light. It's a good
Yeah.
one. The Doritos Time Machine.
I had forgotten that one existed. My buddy sent it, and it was genius. I mean, what a work of art.
It was Real Men of Genius.
Great point.
Dude, McGrory loves this one. The Hump Day Camel, Geico. I mean, is there a better commercial ever made?
We're gonna find out.
Is there a better first name ever? Mike.
Now, something that's been brought up with Mike the Camel is whether he is named Mike in addition to his coworker in the office being named Mike, because nobody ever says the camel's name, I don't think, in that commercial. And I'd be interested where you guys fall on that.
I thought his name was Eric.
Oh,
Why?
I'm
Why?
just kidding. I've got no fucking clue.
That's awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that the coworker's name is Mike.
I think so
Same.
too. But maybe there were two mics in the office. Maybe they didn't have a mic quota.
No, maybe he needed the mic. That might see.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's about MIC. Maybe there were no mics. The point is that there's a lot going on behind these commercials. I mean, with the Jake from State Farm one, you don't know why this guy's wife doesn't trust him. Has he been making bad calls at night? I mean, there's a lot of subtext there that
Oh, as far as the
speaks
camel
to
one,
the disintegration of the American family, frankly.
how do you get a camel in the office?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it being watered and fed? Do we have to? I mean,
Like, where are we at with it?
right. Do you water
Well,
camels? I guess you give them water. That counts as watering.
Speaking to the Jake from State Farm, I mean, obviously that guy's called an escort service or two in his day.
It
like-
sounded like it.
Your wife doesn't get on you about a 3 a.m. call if that's not the case.
Or maybe he's usually calling his bookie at that time.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
gambling problem, perhaps.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
This is an all-time great. and I forgot about it until I just saw it. The E-Trade baby, Shankopotamus.
Yeah, what happened to the E-Trade? I mean, did he grow up? Do we assume? Is that just they had to stop doing commercials because he was an E-Trade toddler?
I haven't seen one of those commercials in years, and I also have not seen anything about E-Trade since those commercials stopped airing.
I see E-Trade every day.
Oh.
You have an account.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy stock, dude. We get it.
We get it, dude. You
Purposely
love
fucking
the
ass
stock
every day.
market.
Fuck
We
you guys.
get it, dude.
Montaro Caballo.
Yeah. MJ versus Larry, McDonald's, all-time classic. Also, the MJ versus MJ Gatorade commercial. Damn, dude. How many licks? The Tootsie Pop?
How many licks?
Classic.
3.
Finally
3?
found that.
Yeah, did you find the Sports Center dude's name?
Kenny
Michael?
Mayne? No.
No.
Byron Scott, I'm pretty sure.
Byron Scott.
Oh.
No, I'm trying. He liked it on Twitter. That's not going to be easy to find.
Whatever, dude. Where's the beef? Oof. Should
Where's
be
the
in my
beef?
mouth. And those were all the good ones from every region there. I mean, listen, I love the bracket idea. It's especially, the off-season content thing. Like you said, man, it's a good way to
Jay
build the
Harris.
content. Jay
Hey,
Harris.
Harris. There we go. Yeah, the brackets, people seem to be liking them. We had
Yeah.
the Excel sheet that we could type things into to make brackets. So that was, one barrier to entry already removed. And I mean, once you really get people hooked with license plates, they'll vote on anything.
So what's the next bracket then?
That's the question right now. We've done, we did the license plates. We did tournament of the worst, just the worst things. We did tournament of the best things. Supporting TV characters, 90s bangers, pretty things.
Just pretty things.
Just pretty things that are pretty. I think Waterfalls won that one. Not beautiful, but pretty.
Not Joe Kelley?
Joe Kelley did not get entered into that one. I thought about putting him in the tournament of the best, but I got scared that he would lose and that I would feel sad or feel an urge to rig it. I was like, I can't put myself in these kind of moral quandaries. I think I may have just made up a word.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll be interested to see what the next bracket is here. I'll have to participate this time around.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Maybe we could collaborate on one.
You ever thought about doing your own
Hit us
podcast
up.
too?
I did for a little bit, actually.
I see you got the mic.
Yeah, I've got the mic. I have podcasted before. I didn't really know what I was going to podcast about, so I just did it as an extension of the blog for a few months. And that seemed to be a problem, trying to do a podcast without having any idea what it was going to be about. I mean, you guys at least have like the Pittsburgh and the sports thread. For me, it devolved into one of the last episodes was just me speaking in an Australian accent and calling myself like Eric Barbie or something and talking about my imaginary friend who was a glass of water. And that was when I knew I had to hang up the podcasting, hang up the mic for at least a little bit, but trying to bring it back with a little more direction to it.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing
Thank you.
fantastic. Oh my God, dude. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. If you ever want to do a podcast just in Australian accents, just saying random words, you let me know. I'm your guy, dude.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie, dude.
Yeah, let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. That's what they say there.
I should have put Foster's in the tournament commercials.
Oh, Foster's.
No Foster's, no
yeah.
Outback. It's got an American bias. I messed up.
Got two
I messed up.
dogs.
You got Foster's, you got Koopas, Tuies, Bogs. Yeah.
Outrageous fun.
I'm so fucking happy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Stop going down that dick there.
When we were in college showing it to all of our friends, like the Good Neighbor videos, every single person we showed, they're like, what was that?
Like, what the fuck, man?
The entire fucking rolling, laughing.
They were so good.
Now the guy's on fucking SNL, dude.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I never put that
Kyle?
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was given a Lyft ride last fall,
By Kyle?
ACL weekend, and they were quoting it in the back, and they were like, "What's the catchphrase? What's the catchphrase?" And I was like, "Outrageous fun," and they exploded. They didn't give me a good tip though, which was a bummer. I was like, yes, I'm
That's
getting like
big.
$5 for this one, and I did not get a tip.
Yo,
Unreal.
so do you play games? Are you like the best fucking Uber driver? Or is that what you're just saying? Or what game were you playing?
Oh no, I was literally just driving Uber.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, not a game.
No, that's real life.
Yeah, that was real life. Real life
No,
shit.
as far as the outrageous fun thing goes, I think you were trying to say. But whatever, dude. We'll move on.
Oh, I get what you're saying. My bad.
We Gucci.
That's on me.
So how have you been holding up without sports? I know we've been fucking. I mean, we got the Korean baseball league and shit, like some soccer going on. I don't know, Alex. Maybe you're watching. Like,
We have NASCAR and golf.
Yeah,
NASCAR
I've been
and golf.
watching NASCAR. I don't know. The last couple of years, I had tried to get in on the NASCAR game a little bit, and then I would always forget that it was a thing. And so I've been a little more in tune with my NASCAR. I've been following Burnley. I learned what the Europa League is, and that I love it. And yeah, beyond that, as you might imagine, the NIT blog life isn't super profitable. So I've been spending more time food delivering, kind of shoring up the finances a little bit.
There you go. There you
Man
go.
of the people.
Yeah, man of the people. And also this way I get to know where the good food's at. So
Yeah, because you could sample each item or each entree that you pick up. So it's it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bite of steak.
Yeah.
You're delivering. That's all. Just gotta test it out.
Right. You just gotta make sure you do it before you turn onto their street. That's
True.
the mistake.
We do have sports coming back real soon, though. The MLB is supposed to start July 23rd. The NBA is supposed to start July 30th. Football, who knows if that'll start on time or not. But, dude, I don't know.
You think they're coming back.
You think they're coming back, right? You've already seen like 4 NBA players leave the bubble and then or something happens in the bubble and then they have to quarantine for 10 days. Like if you're going to have to quarantine somebody for 10 days for every little fucking thing, this shit's never going to work.
There was a dude that was quarantined that left the bubble to go pick up food.
Yeah.
Like 8 days left or something that he's got to quarantine.
I loved that story.
Well, first off, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Get that shit delivered.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably just sick of being in his hotel room.
Yeah, well,
this was the thing. It was delivered.
people
He
are
just
sick of
crossed.
COVID and
He
dying.
walked outside the hotel to grab it. Was the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
He even did get it delivered, and he just
crossed the
still
bubble
managed to
line
cross the
just
line.
to like grab it,
There's a line.
and he crossed it. Yeah,
Nah.
it's ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous. Like
It's so
it's never gonna fucking work if this is how it's gonna be. It's just not.
Yeah,
Well, you would also think that, like, with the caliber of leagues that are staying in this bubble, they would maybe provide better food too.
And girls, right?
Dude, I don't know if you saw like the MLS. The first day they were there, their first meal, the first day meals, was $65 fucking dollars, and it literally was a sandwich that literally looks like a third grader made it with like little like other like sides in there. I was like, there's no way you could ever justify $65. You barely justify $5 for that.
Well, and here's the thing: is a lot of people are bitching about the food for all the sports, like you said, the MLS, the fucking NBA bubble. They're like, "Here's our fucking lunch, and it's just ass juice." But I can't remember who it was. One of the NBA players were like,
He said it wasn't that bad.
"Well, he's like, most to all of us come from the fucking struggle. We're from the fucking lower to lower middle class. Like we are accustomed to shit like this, from." Growing up, he's like, it ain't that fucking bad,
Yeah.
Like,
No, which the NBA one I actually disagree with because they showed, I forgot who it was, tweet out there like food spreads like, oh, well, I'm definitely gonna lose weight. And I was like, yo, that food doesn't look bad. My problem was when you're charging $65 for literally a sandwich and like chips, like that's fucking outrageous.
I was gonna say I can't speak to the MLS one, but the NBA thing, it's like I don't know what the price is, but it's not that the food doesn't look good, but it's like for a grown ass man,
yeah,
that's not nearly enough.
Or just the caliber of athletes that are staying here, like
Right.
like like I'm sure LeBron James eats like around 5,000 calories a day, and he's throwing down like hella food. I mean, most of these guys are. Or like the MLS, like MLS to NBA, dude. Like the minimum salary in NBA is way more than the minimum salary in MLS. Like, dude, you got dudes that are barely pulling in like 30, 40K a year in MLS. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's wild, and it's those guys, you know, the MLS and the NBA and every sports like they're used to, and their norm is literally eating however many times a day, all those meals. So in order for them to perform at their highest level, they're going to need to eating their highest calorie meal or whatever.
Yeah, and you know, and I think also these NBA players probably too. They probably all have like personal chefs that like cook for them, which like, and that's the thing I don't understand. Like, how do you not have like I'm not saying you have to have like all this gourmet food, but at least have like
a nutritionist on fucking hand. I don't know.
Like a few chefs that are like, look, your job is to like mass cook for everybody. Like, boom, like for
Have
like
some fucking steaks.
Get that Jose Andres dude in there, the one who comes in when there are hurricanes and just starts pumping out food for all the people who need food. Get him in the bubble.
There you go. Put him
I
in
don't
the
see a
bubble.
hurricane around. He can't be that busy, right?
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, you don't need steaks for all these guys, but how hard is it to just like you make a bunch of chicken breasts? Like, that's easy enough.
Yeah, meal prep.
Meal prep
yeah.
for the NBA players. Like,
Sounds like you need to be down in there, Ty, running this thing.
Fuck. I'll quit my job tomorrow and go on down to the boat.
Trulies?
Yeah, I gotta go get 2 more. Actually, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
PRB.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens, right? With the NBA, with the MLB. Is the NHL set a date yet when they're trying to start games again?
I think they did. I think all of the professional sports have like set their dates and how they want everything to go, but
yeah, I know NHL already like posted like rosters because I know the Penguins posted everybody who's going to be on their roster.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the NBA did the same thing where they've got like their reserve players, and the MLB did the same thing. Because that was my biggest question was, okay, so they're going to have this tournament with their roster, but it's like last year the Pirates had the most transactions ever sending people up and down. So
right.
How is that going, how is that going to factor into this?
Yeah, taxi squad and all that.
Mm-hmm. It's wild.
It is, and it's very hard to actually have a bubble too. So you just wonder how quickly outbreaks are going to happen and what the reaction will be. I mean, is it going to be like the basketball tournament where they get I don't know why I called it that when everybody calls it TBT. I don't think I've ever called it by its full name, but where teams are basically just having to like forfeit because they can't play, or I don't know what's going to happen. And there's the question too of how big of a star do you have to be, and at how important of a point in the season to have your positive test covered up if you're asymptomatic, right? Like, so just think about all that intrigue.
That's a good fucking point.
Well, Russell Westbrook, isn't Russell Westbrook asymptomatic?
And did I see that James Harden hasn't showed up yet, so they're assuming that he tested positive too?
Yeah. Well, I will say with like MLS, FC Dallas got sent home right away because they had an outbreak of like 5 players test positive, and then it spread to like 10. And they immediately were like ruled out of the tournament. But I know what happens then is the players that I think everybody has to be quarantined for like 2 weeks. They get moved to like a different section of the hotel. They have to stay there for 2 weeks, and then I don't think they're allowed to leave until they take 2 COVID tests that show they test negatively on.
Okay.
Because
that's what they did with Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR. He had to test negative twice.
Yeah, and then in National FC, I mean, same thing just happened to them. They just had to withdraw because they ended up having 4 players test positive, and then 4 were inconclusive, and then.
That'll probably happen to the Pirates, and that's why they won't win the World Series.
Dude, if the Pirates win the World Series like this, oh my God, I will be so
every
ecstatic.
other team drops out.
Dude, I'm gonna buy everything that says World Series on it. Everything.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think the odds are that the Pirates try to infect all their own players so that they can drop out and not spend money?
Very high, very likely.
You know, that's more likely.
Like, who's the highest paid player on the Pirates, and how hard are they trying to assassinate him with the coronavirus?
Or Harrison.
It was Francisco Cervelli and Starling Marte, I think, and that's why they're both gone.
Yeah, like if you're Josh Bell, you are watching your drink right now.
I mean, Josh Harrison's like $10 million a year.
That is 10 mil way too much.
Stu, it's like you're a Pirates fan and you know exactly what they're doing.
Well, yeah, it's you just
I'm
watch.
saying no, you hang around the NL Central long enough and you start to get an idea of what everybody's MO is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're. I know you to be a baseball guy.
I have been known to be a baseball fan myself.
I know you're a big Joe Kelley guy, but
Joe Kelley first and foremost, yes.
Are the Cubs second for you? Or
Yeah, it was. He pitched against the Cubs an inning or two last year, and that was Joe Kelley bobblehead night, actually. They were playing the Cubs that night. They didn't let Joe Kelley pitch because they were worried he would get booed on his own bobblehead night. But yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster for me, just trying to figure out. Basically, you gotta. Well, and there's also, there's like betting interests and stuff too. So when he gave up the Grand Slam to Howie Kendrick in October, I was like, well, I do have a lot of money coming my way if the Nationals win the World Series because I got really lucky on that. So like, I'm not that mad at him, but I would prefer that they had waited an inning to do that. So yeah, it's one of the risks of being a fan of a player in Major League Baseball is sometimes you'll find yourself between a rock and a hard place.
Well, then this might
like all the fans of Felipe Vasquez.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, you got to be careful with that too. I'm so scared of Joe Kelley doing something.
Scared of any male.
Oh yeah, but especially, I'm wearing a shirt that says Joe Kelley on it. Like I'm sunk if he goes down.
You're guilty by association.
Yeah. Well, then I've got to decide, like, what do you do? How long do you defend him?
And that I was in the same boat because I was a huge fan of Louis C.K.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
And it's like, he's still a great comedian, but he's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Well, you have to use the word allegedly a lot at first, too.
Yeah.
Well,
and then once it stops being alleged and it's confirmed, that's when it gets really hard.
Yeah.
It's like AB. On the field, yeah, you could say the greatest things about him. I love watching him as a player. But off the field, that guy is the most fucking psychotic person ever.
How I feel about Kanye West.
Yeah, listen. I feel this way about like most of the general public. So
yeah. Before we get into some pop culture, something like that, I want to stick baseball quick because I saw the MLB posted their top 10 lineups, which I thought was interesting because I've never really seen a top 10 lineup.
Yeah, they should have done a lineup of lineups.
They need to hire your ass, Stu.
I know. I've got the ideas for them here. They wouldn't listen.
I'm going to name the 10. It's 1 through 10, and then we'll talk. Or should I go 10 through 1?
You're 10 through 1, the drama.
Angels, Red Sox, Cubs, White Sox, Mets, Athletics, Yankees, Astros, Twins, Dodgers.
My number one thought is you can't put the Astros on there. They're fucking cheaters.
And number 2, the Sox are ahead of the Cubs.
Yeah, well, my first thought is that this is a good sign that they're going to let Joe Kelley bat this year if the Dodgers are number 1. Former center fielder at UC Riverside. That was where it started. So
people forget that.
Great sign. People forget that. Great sign for the Dodgers. Really implies that Joe Kelley is going to be, I assume, batting leadoff.
No, cleanup.
I mean, wherever you want him.
That might be the move. Instead of making your pitcher hit last, you just make him hit first.
Yeah, get it over with.
You just start the game with 1 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time.
That is a wild list, though. The Mets.
But yeah, the Mets.
Are they letting Pete Alonso bat twice?
What'd you say?
Are they letting Pete Alonso bat twice, or like?
I think he's the only one on the lineup, actually.
He is the lineup.
They still got Jose Reyes circa 08 or what?
David Wright.
David Wright.
Dude, they were nasty. Good call on 08, Ty, because it was ESPN Baseball 2K8, and I bought it in Florida and played that game till it burned out.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I was a part of that. I was there.
It's great.
Okay, but Dodgers number 1 though. I mean, that makes sense.
The Twins number 2.
I mean, they got bats, right? Did they get Josh Donaldson? Somebody tweeted that today, and I was like,
Twins?
really?
I don't know.
And then I immediately was like, they're either trying to trick me or I'm misreading this or they have Josh Donaldson. It's one of
Well,
those three things.
Yeah,
If
he
you're-
is. He's a
Okay.
twin.
Because
If you're
I mean,
gonna be like
Rosario's
me-
so good. Is Nelson
Yo.
Cruz still?
Josh Donaldson's 34 years old.
That's all.
That's all.
Oh, I thought he was like 29.
You see Julio Franco taking hacks at 62, man?
Yes. Also, that scarf he was wearing.
Yes.
King.
King shit. King shit. So how do you feel, though, about the Sox being ahead of the Cubs there? I mean, the Cubs got some great bats. They struggled a little bit last year, I feel like.
They did. They struck
but-
out so much. I
But
think
the
it's
Sox
funny.
got these up-and-comers, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of funny.
They have the Twins
Uh,
to fucking deal with too. It's not just about the White Sox talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I'm trying to think about the White Sox lineup right now, and whenever I think the White Sox, I'm just like, man, Tim Anderson's so cool. And
He's the coolest
I
guy
get
ever.
distracted, and I can't think of anything
He's
else
the
with the White
cool.
Sox.
I fucking love Tim Anderson. He might
Bro,
be
he's
the
so
coolest
sick.
dude in the
He's
MLB.
so cool. Yeah,
Like,
like
you
Tim
follow-
Anderson, cool. I don't really know what else. Lucas Giolito hasn't panned out yet. Those are my two things I know about the White
Yeah.
Sox.
They got young talent. That's all I know. Yohan Moncada and
Okay,
Luis
that's right.
Robert.
That's right.
And yeah, they got some dudes, but they're still
White-
young, man. I mean,
Abreu still playing
Abreu's
first
still
for 'em?
there. Yeah,
Okay.
Abreu,
not a
Anderson,
bad.
Edwin Encarnacion.
old as
Oh,
dirt.
Parrot.
Yeah, but that's a good pickup for a DH or an outfield arm.
Well, you like to have a vet around. I feel like too.
And they're doing
Absolutely.
DH both leagues,
That's
so
why
he
we
gets
got-
to bat in interleague too.
That's why the Pirates got Melky Cabrera last year.
Yeah, Well, and he almost was the best hitter on the team.
Bro, he was leading the league or the team in average like the whole year.
Yeah.
James McCann also catcher.
Yep. Catcher.
Good.
Okay. Did they get Yasmani Grandal?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So you got two bomb catchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandal's real good. That's weird too. Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, man, the offseason happened and then we all kind of just hit pause.
Felt so long ago.
And so
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
lost on who plays for who
I
now.
know.
Even in baseball where that's a pretty static thing especially compared to the NBA.
But that's what I was saying with the Pirates. It's like it's so hard to keep track of who they're like as a
Oh,
Pirates.
and you got
it's
so
hard
many
to
young
keep
guys
track of
coming
who's
up and down.
playing today because I think they either led or were second to most like transactions last year, sending people up and down, whether it be injuries or just fucking because we're bored and don't have any talent.
It's like, oh, every fourth day, let's just bring Cole Tucker back up.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's insane.
Yeah, kind of
I
ridiculous.
mean, I still keep thinking I went to spring training and saw them play, and then the next week
Bruno.
they canceled.
Oh, weird.
Oh shit, you were at spring training this year. That's fucking
Weird.
right.
So I keep thinking, I was like, yo, if I would have showed up like 1 week like later, like no way I even like see them play.
Damn, that's crazy. That seems like a lifetime ago, dude.
It
Oh,
does. You got a bunch of decent like memorabilia and shit from there.
Yeah, I did. I bought too much stuff.
Feels like that was literally
Yeah,
3 years ago.
yeah. It literally feels like a lifetime ago.
Real quick, I don't know if you guys saw this while we're on the topic of Sox and Cubs. This sports housing and recreational tourism statistics. I don't even know if this shit's real. I pulled it off Twitter. It's going around pretty heavy. Barstool tweeted,
Sports
you know.
housing and recreational tourism specific statistics.
Yeah.
SHARTS. Got it.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Bless you.
That's
Salute.
hilarious.
You.
Gracias.
But yeah, so they put out this most popular team in each state thing, and you can't tell if it's real or a troll job or not. You know, it's because like
Just like
some of the
anything
states, it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But then it's like for Illinois, it's the Sox. That's not real. But for
Do you
Pennsylvania,
think they're more Cardinals fans or Sox fans in Illinois?
probably Cardinals. If I had speaking as a Sox fan, Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, from Springfield South, right? Or Joliet
No,
South?
not even, dude. Not even. My girlfriend's best friend lives in Dwight, which is like halfway
Oh, yeah,
between
I-80 and
Chicago
47, right?
and Bloomington Normal. And
Or
everyone
57.
there, Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Pretty much if you're like more than 30 minutes south of Chicago, you're a Cardinals fan.
If you're downstate.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say all of my friends in Iowa were Cardinals fans.
Oh, that's
Or
interesting.
Twins fans, right?
One of them was a Twins fan. Literally everybody else was a Cardinals fan. It was
Any
wild.
Royals fans in Iowa?
Not that I could remember.
Yeah, makes sense.
I did see them lose in the World Series in 2014, Game 4.
That's right.
Okay, this is how you know it's a troll job. For Michigan, they put Ohio State.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. But then it's like Pennsylvania, they had Steelers, which is like, I feel like that's probably pretty true.
It's a great way to do it.
Yo,
Is to just really sprinkle a few in there, but
Yeah.
not make it too painfully
So-
obvious.
when I read this, the most popular team in each state, I'm thinking it's based on like Google searches.
Yeah, maybe.
Why the fuck would Ohio State be Michigan?
Because it's a troll job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they made an acronym that spelled out Sharks and then just decided to see if they could make the map go viral.
That's goddamn hilarious. But like, okay.
Well, they did it, but I don't get it because it's like, how would the Vegas Knights be Nevada?
Right.
Exactly. Like they're messing with people.
But also
They are in your
California
head.
is the Chargers and
Yeah.
Washington is the Supersonics.
Well, the Sonics actually might be the most popular team in
But
Washington.
like, that's what I'm. I mean, if Nebraska is the Cornhuskers, that's fucking spot on.
Minnesota's the
Who else would
Vikings.
be
Wisconsin's the Bucks. I mean,
North
yeah,
Dakota
Iowa's
and
Iowa
South
State.
Dakota are respectively North and South Dakota.
Yeah, but it would be North Dakota State and North Dakota. It'd be the Bison.
It's just there's a lot of ones on here that I'm like, yeah, that's probably very
Who was
true.
the Florida one?
The Marlins.
The Marlins, yeah. Who do you think it would be? The Bucks?
Bucks.
Florida or Florida
No.
State, right?
Yeah,
I would say Florida State.
I would say Miami.
Well,
Who
yeah,
would be
why
the
not?
last one who would you put on Pennsylvania if you were trying to troll people?
I would put the fucking Flyers. Are you kidding me?
I'd put the Aquinas University.
Okay.
I'd put Robert Morris.
Oh, that's another good one. Or Penn State.
Yeah, I would probably put Pitt.
Pitt.
No, if you're trying to troll people.
Yeah, you think Pitt's the most popular fucking team in all of Pennsylvania?
I get what you're saying. Like, if you're trying to trick somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying Flyers because I fucking hate them the most.
Right.
Oh.
That would be what would upset you the most personally.
Right. Okay. I feel
Okay,
you. I
okay.
feel you.
But I got you, Ty.
Yeah,
'cause-
Indiana's Notre Dame. That's got to be fucking true.
The Missouri's St. Louis, fucking
Atlanta's the Braves.
Royals.
Alabama's Alabama.
Louisiana's the Pelicans.
So they just sprinkled in a
Yeah,
few
let's-
that were outlandish. This is
I
brilliant.
guess, man.
I
Like
love
New
it.
York.
Is that Louisiana's?
New York, they put Buffalo, the Bills,
They didn't put like the Yankees. Or
not the
something.
Yankees.
No, the
Like-
Yankees are Montana.
Yeah,
That actually might be true.
it's crazy that you knew that was Montana because I was like, what fucking state is that?
Come on, Ty.
Dude, if you told me to name any of the Midwest, like anything west of Iowa, I'd be like, I don't know what state that is.
I just did. Oklahoma, fucking Kansas, Nebraska, the North and South Dakotas, Montana. Fucking New Mexico is G-dang the Dallas Cowgirls.
Wait, what was Idaho?
They put.
Alaska
Idaho
is the Lakers,
University.
and Hawaii is the Celtics.
I like it. I like nonsense. This is good. Maybe I need
This
to
is
get
good.
that game.
This is all very good. So yeah, I don't know. The Sox, that's got to be a troll job, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Also, Wisconsin. You think that it would be the Bucks and not the Packers?
It is
No,
the Bucks.
it is the Bucks.
Right. Exactly. I'm saying you.
But
think
yeah,
it would
yeah,
actually
you-
be the Bucks
Oh
and not the
yeah,
Packers.
I guess that's true. I totally forgot Green Bay was in fucking Wisconsin.
I just thought
Yeah,
that too. That took me a
I'm
long
with you on
time.
that. But, well, like Kentucky and Tennessee, it's Tennessee and Kentucky.
Hmm.
The Titans are probably not more popular than the
And the
Volunteers.
Vols, yeah.
Yeah, I'd
I don't know.
probably say not.
It would be cool if they put like Seabiscuit for Kentucky.
Yeah, You're right. That would be.
Maybe I should do a favorite horse by state.
Yo, you should. What you should do, or I was gonna say, just off the top of my head, is break down stadiums by sports.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
a bracket of best Lil Wayne songs.
That's Lil Wayne's.
I got you on that, bro.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to
McGrory.
get ahead of it before McGrory did.
Or we could just do like we could do this. Here, dude, the Madden 21 ratings just fucking came out. We can rank the worst fucking ratings for Madden 21 because guess what? They ranked
TJ Watt
in 86. They ranked,
That's the most booty hole I've ever seen in my life.
they ranked Minka like in 84 or some shit.
Wait, really?
Somewhere in the 80s. Somewhere in the 80s.
Not 89. I mean, no. 80. No. He should be at least 90.
He's unreal.
Dude, I'm literally Tapia. What season am I in?
2032.
38.
Fuck, so close.
Week 2, like literally, I know my ratings. I've been fucking with Madden for so long.
Dude,
There
you
is
had Yao Ming on his team at one point.
Who?
You had Yao Ming on your team at one point, right?
Yeah, dude, he retired like 5 years ago.
Minka Fitzpatrick's an 85 overall.
That's garbage. That's fucking garbage.
Wait, that's Madden 20. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Actually, hang on. I got it right here. Fucking shout out around the 412. They put out a list on Twitter.
Dude.
I fucking
Shout out
did.
Shout out them. They're having Minka on.
Yeah, they're having Minka Fitzpatrick on their fucking podcast
Dude, fucking ball.
Friday. It's amazing. Shout out those guys.
You know who they're not having on though?
NIT Stew.
Dude.
And
I'm gonna have no idea what Duquesne's NIT chances are. Those guys are fucked.
Duquesne. My cousin went to Duquesne.
Oh, nice. They had a good year this year.
They did.
They were getting in there. They were CBI bound.
Okay, so here's the Steelers players 21 ratings. David DeCastro 91, Cam Hayward 90, Minka Fitzpatrick 87, Stephon Tuitt 87, Marquise Pouncey 86, Juju 86, TJ 86, Ebron 84, Joe Hayden 83, Villanueva 82. Get the fuck out of here, Madden 21.
First comment. Juju and TJ both 86. So from that, it tells me that they're both ranked like 86 out of 100 at their position. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because with that being said, that's so fucking wrong. Juju is a great receiver in my eyes, but there's a lot more receivers that are better than Juju than there are linebackers that are better than TJ.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. We're definitely on the same page there.
How are they both 86s?
It doesn't make sense, dude. And
Yo,
Minka in
wait,
87.
what
Minka's
was-
the best, dude. You can't tell me Minka's not a top 5 safety.
Hold on. Psalm, can you tell me what Terrell Edmonds, what his rating is?
I do not know that. Do you know that?
No.
Or
but
were you at? You were
I hope
actually
he's
asking
like
me.
a fucking 32
Yeah. I don't know.
because he's fucking garbage.
Yeah. He's
I'll
not
try
good.
to find it.
But yeah, so what I heard online though is somebody tweeted out, it was a pretty good point. It was like, yeah, they make some of these players' ratings like that on purpose so that you talk about it, and it's just free advertising for Madden 21. Everyone's talking about the shitty
stay
rating,
woke.
Madden 21.
Like
Madden
Starbucks
21.
writing the wrong name on the cup.
Yeah, like people are talking about it. It's free advertising, free marketing.
Where'd Duck come in at?
Probably a 99 if I had to guess.
Sanford's
Damn it,
finest,
Stewart.
man. I followed the FCS for a year too.
Sanford, yeah, dude.
That was a blast.
I think he broke records at Sanford and like he holds FCS records.
Yeah.
Yeah, they passed the ball a lot.
Dude, Walter Payton Award, baby.
And he's probably won a couple duck hunting championships. in his
Tapia.
day.
Most likely. Are they
I
gonna
can't-
have to lose him or Rudolph with
Fucking lose
put
Rudolph.
one of them through? They'll have to
Lose
put one of them
Rudolph.
through waivers, right? With
Fuck Rudolph.
Roethlisberger, or do you get a hold 3? And I always thought you
Yeah.
had to put the third stringer through waivers for some reason. I don't know how the
Because
NFL
they
works.
got they'll have Paxton Lynch, I'm sure, as their practice squad QB, and then they'll roster 3 QBs, right?
Okay, I forgot how that all
Probably.
worked.
If I had to guess, that's how it would work. But again,
Got it.
I'm not up to date really. I'm just
I'm
basing
not.
my thoughts off of last year. Because if you
And
go
I
into
didn't
this
know Eric Ebron
without-
was in the league still. So
Bro,
you guys are a
Ebron-
lot of steps ahead of me.
Yo, Ebron's gonna be nice.
Nasty.
Yeah. Real nasty.
He's been fucking. I mean, I'm sure all these guys have been grinding and working out with all their off time, but
Right.
he's shown nothing but excitement to be a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers, to be wearing the black and gold, to get fucking receptions from Big Ben. I'm really looking forward to it. And I really don't think sports are going to happen this year, but I really hope to God they do, because I would love to see Big Ben throw the ball again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially to guys like Ebron and Deontay.
And how? Speaking of, Terrelle Pryor wants to play. He's back. He said he wants to play for one of two teams, Steelers or Patriots. Which one of the AFC teams is he going to be playing for?
He's going to be playing for the Steelers, bro. He said he wanted to play for the Steelers. Unless he's got some fucking behind-the-scenes relationship with Cam Newton.
He said or Patriots, so you never know.
That's like me saying I would play. Like, if I want to play for the NFL, I would name the Patriots for sure. Because they're the greatest franchise. They fucking win.
Yeah, so obviously people are going to want to play there.
Wait, has he
Obviously, that's why AB went there. That's why they just sign all these fucking LeGarrette Blount. They get all these people because, yeah, if you want to play for the Patriots. It's like wanting to play for the Yankees. Except for McCutcheon.
I'm more of a Red Sox guy.
McCutcheon was extremely against that.
Yeah, the hair policy.
McCutcheon looks awesome right now.
In Philly, when
Yeah.
like, he's just swagging out.
Yeah, it just looks like somebody dropped him in 1983 for like 3 days and brought him back. He looks amazing.
And it hurts me so much to agree with you because god damn did he look good in the black and yellow old school.
Oh, he was the man. That was cool for the Pirates.
Dude, that was a little teaser for us. Really.
Yeah,
That's all it was. We got Johnny Cueto excited. And
That's
then
right.
then the Pirates fans got excited, and then the Cubs took over, and here we are.
That was a rough year. That was the wrong year to pick to win 98 games.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was referencing with the Twins and the Sox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the Sox, we've been saying for the last couple of years, like in the next few years, it's their time to shine. They're going to have a lot of talent, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, bro, what do you think the Twins been doing?
Well, the Indians are still there.
I miss Grady.
Carlos Carrasco's back from cancer, I would assume, right?
Shit, dude, I didn't even know he had
Corey
cancer.
Kluber's back from – didn't Corey Kluber have to miss a lot of time last year? Took like a line drive off a bone. I might be making all these things up.
No,
I think these are true.
No, I think Corey Kluber did get hurt.
I should
Just
see if I could
making
just
it
keep
all up.
escalating things and be like, well, like Trevor Bauer, before he got traded, he lost 3 toes.
And the Brewers signed Brett Favre.
Yeah. Wanted to stay in Wisconsin. Still wanted to play sports. Too old to take a hit, so
Rocket arm.
rocket arm. The new right fielder of the fucking Brewers.
The Brewers' attendance would go through the roof if they had Brett Favre in right field.
They got pretty good attendance as is, I thought.
Yo,
Right?
did you see their new unis this year?
They're so handsome.
They're so handsome.
I don't know.
Holt-
I mean,
Brock
I don't
Holt- so
disrespect Joe Kelley, but those uniforms are handsome.
well, you know who actually was kind of in the middle of the Joe Kelley fight? It all started because Tyler Austin spiked Brock Holt. Brock Holt, great Instagram follow if you're not following him. Has a very cute son named Griff. Always wears goggles.
He was
Hits
a Red
bombs
Sox.
with the wiffle ball. Yeah, so Brock Holt was on the Red Sox when the fight happened. Joe Kelley was on the Red Sox with him. They together led the Red Sox to a World Series. But now Brock Holt's looking handsome with the Brewers, and it's a good look. It's a good look. It's exciting for the NL Central to get to see Brock Holt out there.
That's great. I'm really looking forward to it.
I think we all are as
I'm
a
just looking
society.
forward to sports, dude. I need sports.
It'd be
Sports,
fun if
sports.
baseball could hold on. I'm finally. I think this week was the first time where I was like, okay, they might actually play games next Friday. I should start looking at that.
Start putting some bets in.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, man, gotta see what home field advantage does. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful, but I don't know. I've also completely let go of college sports, so
Not the NIT though.
I'm hopeful for the 2021 NIT. I don't know if everybody knows this, but if you wear a mask, it's more likely we get the 2021 NIT.
I've heard
You
that
know-
to be.
You know what? A lot of people didn't know that. actually, as it turns out. So
And that's why I've
Thank
been
you for
going,
sharing.
making the media rounds, going on podcasts, telling everybody if you wear a mask, you might get the 2021 NIT.
yes,
I
Might
think
get-
that settles it. I think we're good now.
For the 2020 Steelers, the Pirates, the Penguins, the Cubs.
I'm behind that.
I'm very much behind that cause. And with that, I think we should just wrap this shit up because it's time for me to go eat dinner.
What you having?
Yeah, what are you making?
Chili. It's
Ooh.
chili night, dude. It's Chili Tuesday. Everyone knows that.
Chili Tuesday. My bad. Yeah, that's fucked up of me to
More
forget
like
that.
Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Stu, dude, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
appreciate
Good to
it.
see you guys. Alex,
it's
nice
been
to
way
meet
too
you.
long.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
One more time, drop the social media handles
Ooh, yeah,
and your
yeah.
website. Let everyone know.
www.thebarkingcrow.com. At The Barking Crow on Instagram, at NIT_Stu on the Twitter. That's STU, not STEW. I'm ready for the NIT STEW to rise, and I'm going to kill him. So when somebody tries that, they're done. But right now, at NIT_STU on Twitter.
Love it. Make sure to follow that. All the most intense NIT action. It's all right there.
Yeah, we're ready for it.
The brackets, they're on thebarkingcrow.com. Make sure to follow them.
You can watch a lot of commercials until college
Loves
sports
Milk
come
and
back.
Joe Kelley.
Yes,
we
you're goddamn right.
The NIT Milk and Joe Kelley. That's all you need.
That's all you need. It's a recipe for a disaster.
Dude, we're going to have you back on here shortly for sure.
Would love that.
Well,
Would
when the
love that.
NIT gets rolling around, especially, we're gonna have to. Have
Yes,
you back on,
I would be honored.
Will you be our NIT specialist?
I would be anybody's NIT specialist.
Our NIT correspondent.
Would love that. Would love nothing more.
It pays $0 an hour, and you have to hang out with us.
That's actually a little more profitable than the blog right now, so I'll take it.
Perfect. Make sure to check us out, Yinzertainment.com. All the links to the podcast and social media are on there. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, everywhere you find a podcast. At Yinz Daily on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, YINZ Daily. Check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll throw this up there, obviously. We got to put Stu's beautiful face out there for the world to see. We will be back next week, 139. Was next week, 21st? Something like that.
Yeah.
Episode 139 coming very soon. Special guest, we'll be announcing it on social media for that episode. We're actually going to record tomorrow. Something we don't do often is record off of a Tuesday. Oh, yeah, Tappy, I don't know if you were aware.
I was like, we're recording tomorrow?
You free tomorrow?
Depends what time.
5:30?
Maybe not. I have to double check.
Double check, let me know.
Just cancel your plans, dude.
Well,
5:30.
I might have a pizza party going on tomorrow.
Pizza party.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Fiesta de Pizza?
That's compelling.
Yeah. It's also conflicting.
All right, well, Grower, text him in the group chat the details of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we'll be back with the episode next Tuesday. So until then, take it sleazy. We're out.